and I'm making my first official live video here since taking ownership of the channel. And Rich has given ownership of the channel over to me. And I just wanted to kind of get on here real quick and tell you what was going to be happening. He kind of did that on Christian Journal Media. He will be running that now. That, as he said on his video, that's sort of his strength. And so my strengths are different than his. My weaknesses are different than his. That's kind of when you do a partnership, you strengthen each other's weaknesses. That's kind of how husbands and wives do too. They strengthen each other's weaknesses. A partnership is a much stronger thing. So anyway, I just want to let you know that this is Ruben's old channel, and I intend to respect that, just as Rich did. And so it is my intention to go on Wednesday nights, just like Ruben did, at about 7 o'clock. That'll be Central Time. That will not be Pacific Time as he was doing it. So it will be 7 o'clock Central Time, Central Daylight Time, from about 7 to about 8 or 8:30, maybe sometimes running up as late as 9 o'clock. It'll be at least an hour, perhaps an hour and a half. Sometimes it might run two if we have a lot to talk about. And we'll do news and views, talk about the street preaching world. We'll talk about what our last preach was, what our next upcoming preach is, what's on the schedule, what we plan on doing, what's happening in the world today, news and views, different things like that. We'll just do different things. And then I will probably try to go live on Sunday nights and do a teaching. And I will go on about the same, about 6:30 Central Daylight Time, and do a teaching for about an hour, do a biblical teaching. So I like to do teachings. So I'll do a teaching hopefully every Sunday night. Now, Lord willing and the creek don't rise, something crazy happens, like your ranch burns down, which I wanted to explain that. I apologize for not going live as much on the For God and Country channel as much as I needed to. And it's because when the ranch burned down back in late February, we started dealing with all kinds of things. Our kids were displaced, so we were trying to help them, and so we were dealing with a lot of stuff. Since then, I've been dealing with land surveyors and septic tank inspectors and people with heavy equipment cleaning off the site, and been dealing with lawyers and county people for the taxes. When your house burns down, your property's not worth as much anymore. So you're supposed to get a tax break. And so we got to fill out the paperwork and get a tax break. So they're not charging you for a house on taxes that you don't have anymore, right? So, in any case, things have been rather hectic. Been doing all kinds of different things, and what we're still preaching. Like this last preach we just did was in McKinney, Texas, in right outside of Dallas. We're preaching the actual eclipse. Now I'm going to upload another. I uploaded a video of that onto this channel so that you can see it, and I'm going to upload a short video also of me interacting with the police officer, because one of the things I want to do is I want to teach street preachers tactics. And this is what Ruben used to do with us. He would teach us tactical things. I'll give you an example. When the eclipse was about to happen, I didn't know what the local regulations were about using amplification. So we went there about an hour and a half before the eclipse was supposed to start, and we were handing out gospel tracts. And we handed out about 1,000 tracts. We had special ones made up just for the eclipse, and we handed out every last one of them. And so after that was over, we kind of sat down and we just waited until we got about to the 2-minute warning. They actually gave a 2-minute warning at the park. Now, mind you, at this time when it started, there was 15 to 25,000 people possibly in that park. I'm going to say probably around 20,000 people on average. And so I didn't know exactly what the regulations were on the sound ordinances. So what I did was I just waited till the 2 minute warning. Then I pulled out that bullhorn and started preaching. And by the time the parks people could get upset with me, and they did, and they called the police, by the time the police came over and actually talked to me about it, I was already done preaching. The eclipse was over and we'd already got it all done. So I told the officer that. I said, well, I didn't know what the law was, but I knew that I could preach here just long enough before you got here to stop me. And he goes, oh, well, you sound like you're a guy that plays chess, not checkers. And I said, that is correct. I'm trying to be very strategic. So this is this is one of the things that we'll be talking about on the channel. We'll be talking about tactics, street preaching tactics. So if you're a young, upcoming street preacher and you want to know some of the tactics that we've developed over the decades, or some of the tactics that we've learned from other street preachers that have been doing it much longer than us, I learned a lot from Reuben Israel. Trust me, I remember a lot of what he taught me, and I will teach all of you that stuff on here. And I will teach you things that you can do. I'll also alert you to things that are going on in your area and put out a call to street preachers in that area to go handle things. You see, that's really, I can't be everywhere at once. Rich can't be everywhere at once. Even both of us together certainly cannot be everywhere all at once. We need street preachers to be everywhere all at once. There's got to be a street preacher nearby just about every event. So one of the things you're going to see on this channel is you're going to see events that are coming up in certain areas that we have concerns about, that we want someone to show up and preach. And so we will give you times, dates, places. We'll give you all the information we have. We'll put pictures up on here. Rich is going to come over. I'm not a real high tech guy. Okay, I'm kind of like Reuben. I'm the same age as Reuben, and so I'm not a real high tech guy. I'm not a real tech savvy kind of guy. I'm pretty simple. So this channel may or may not have the same flair that it did when Rich was running it, but it's going to be more like when Reuben was running it, and and Rich is going to be doing his stuff on different days than I do. Like I think he said he's going to do his on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'll be doing mine on Sundays and Wednesdays. That's so that if I want to be on his channel for his show, I can be on it. If he wants to be on my channel on this show, he can be on it, so that we can still continue to work together and we don't overlap or interfere with each other. So we are still working in a partnership. He is still part of Official Street Preachers, and I'm going to be part of Christian Journal. As a matter of fact, we're both going to be getting press passes. So we'll be able to go into places that other street preachers cannot go. So we'll be able to go live from inside certain events on this channel and on the Christian Journal channel. We can do it simultaneously, as a matter of fact, if we both go to the same event. And things are going to expand. We're going to expand the scope of this channel as well as expand the scope of the other one. The other one's going to be more reporting, but it's also going to involve street preaching. This is going to be more street preaching, but it's also going to involve reporting. So I'll be acting as a part-time reporter and a full-time street preacher. And Rich will be like a full-time reporter and a part-time street preacher. So we will work together. We'll still be working together. And we'll still be working with other street preachers from all around the United States, putting together teams and going places. So anyway, I wanted to make this quick, short, live video just to let you guys know, introduce you to me on the channel, and let you know that I intend to carry on the tradition of what Reuben was doing. This won't be that different from what Reuben was doing, except it may be a little bit more expansive because we're going to be teamed up with Christian Journal. And we've got quite a team on Official Street Preachers. Most people we don't even talk about all the members of Official Street Preachers. The first rule of Official Street Preachers is don't talk about who all's involved in Official Street Preachers. We've actually got people undercover. We got investigative reporters. We have all kinds of people that work with us on certain things that we don't necessarily talk about. So just understand that we are busy all of the time. We're busy politically, scripturally, evangelizing. We're doing all kinds of stuff. We are doing all kinds of stuff. We from sitting down with congressmen and senators in their offices to discussing with them up and coming legislation that we want to talk about or we want to oppose because it involves infringement on free speech or something that involves infringement on your rights to freedom of religion because we want to protect our rights so we can continue to street preach. So we do this, we do those kinds of things, a lot of political activism as well as street preaching. So we're involved in a lot of different things. We got our irons in a lot of different fires. So be ready for this channel to be kind of an all-encompassing kind of deal, and it'll be tied into Christian Journal. And so you'll be able to kind of cross-reference things between us and them. And as Rich said, we're still going to be working together, and it's all going to be good. We're just expanding. We're not getting worse. Things are getting better. Our influence is increasing. Our reach is increasing, and I'm really, really looking forward to what's going to happen in the future on this channel and with Christian Journal. So you guys continue to watch this channel and also watch Rich on Christian Journal so that you can find out what's going on over there. So anyway, just wanted to make this quick video. God bless you guys. You have a good evening, and I'll be going live again here pretty quick. God bless you all. You have a good night.